All right, let's look at the homework 12.2, problem number 9. All right, so we have a couple of forces pulling, and the one force is 20 pounds, and the other one is 16 pounds in the direction shown here. And A makes 45 degrees with the positive x-axis, and the 30 degrees, or maybe I should say negative 30 degrees with the positive x-axis. All right, so we want to know the magnitude and the angle of the resulting force by combining these two forces together. All right, so let's look at the force A. So I'm going to look at A as a vector A. All right, so what we need to do is we want to split this force into the x component and a y component. So we just have to kind of go straight down here and think of a force. So this is the x component of the force A, and then y component would be over here. So that would be the y component, so it goes here. All right, so in order to get the y component, all you have to do is, this is 20 pounds here. All right, so this is going to be, all you have to do is multiply by cosine of 45 degrees. So this is 20 times cosine of 45 degrees, which is, let's see, cosine of 45 degrees is square root of 2 over 2, right? So we can cancel 2 and the 20, so it's 10 square root of 2, right? So the vector A is going to have a component 10 square root of 2, right? And the y component is going to be multiplied by sine of 45 degrees. So it's going to be a 20 times sine of 45 degrees, which is going to be actually same as the last one. So 20 times square root of 2 over 2, which gives us 10 times square root of 2. All right, so this is the vector A. All right. And how about the vector B? All right, vector B, we just still need to do the same thing. To find the x component, we're going to multiply by, let's see, in this case, 30 degrees. So this is 16, right? So you're going to do a 16 times cosine of 30 degrees, right? So this is going to be 16 times cosine of 30 degrees is square root of 3 over 2. So we can cancel 2 and 16. So it's 8 here. So you have 8 times square root of 3. Right? So x component is 8 square root of 3. Right? Then y component, we're going to multiply by sine of 30. So, or which you can think of as negative 30 degrees too, but I'll do just 16 times sine of 30 degrees, right? So this is going to be 16 times sine of 30 is 1/2, which is going to be 8. All right, but you have to be a little bit careful because magnitude is 8. But the direction is actually pointing downward. So the component is actually negative 8. So we have a negative 8. All right. So the combined force would be just the sum between these two vectors. So you have a vector A plus vector B. All right. So this is going to be, you just do addition component-wise. So you have a 10 square root of 2 plus 8 square root of 3, and then you have a 10 square root of 2 and plus negative 8. Right? So let's find the magnitude. So magnitude of this is vector A plus vector V would be, it's going to be square root of, all right, and then we have to square this component. So you have a square 10 square root of 2 plus a square root of 3 squared plus 10 square root of 2 minus 8 squared. All right, so let's compute this using GeoGebra. All right, I open up a GeoGebra here. Let's see here. All right, so I'm going to compute square root of. All right, then we have to square those. So I'm going to just put parentheses squares, parentheses squared. And we're going to have 10 square root of 2 plus 8 square root of 3 in there. And then you have a 10 square root of 2 minus 8. All right, so let's hit enter. All right, so it came out to be 28.66. So I'm going to say 28.7. This should be pound. All right, and then the angle. All right, so in order to find the angle, what you need to do is we need to find the arctangent. So what you do is arctangent, tangent. So let's call that angle theta. All right, so we're gonna take the y coordinate. So it's 10 square root of 2 over 8 minus 8 over the x coordinate 10 square root of 2 plus 8 square root of 3. All right, of course I can't do this in my head, so I'm gonna do GeoGebra again. So go to GeoGebra. So arctangent would be a tangent. All right, then the numerator is going to be 10 square root of 2 minus 8, and the denominator is 10 square root of 2 plus 8 square root of 3. All right, so this will give us the angle. So angle came out to be 12.37. So I'll say 12.4. So it's a 12.4 degrees. All right. So let's type it in. All right. So we came up with, actually I'm gonna. All right. So it's 28.7. 28.7. And the angle was 12.4. So I'm going to put 12.4 degrees. All right, so let's check the answer. So I'm going to go down and submit for testing. All right, it came back and looks like we got both of these guys correctly. All right, that's it. I hope that this was clear.